The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
18.
They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. Finding Gabriel, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far.
18.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Bruce Carter in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
18.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Hey, 18.
Out of the gun, Trubisky looking deep for Gabriel. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 39 that time. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to work his way down to the 16. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Lock in.
On the toss play, Howard. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. They lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. Throwing here, Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive.
Hey, gotta go.
This is Howard on the toss right. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. They get it to him running left, and he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defense. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Mitchell Trubisky with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Bears are in for 6. Now Parkey for the extra point. Parkey adds the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
On first down, Ryan. He's airing it out for Sanu. He's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Get up! Let's go!
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Looking deep for Julio. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, Freeman. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. To throw on 3rd down, Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 39 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Blue.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Robert Alford that time on the great coverage. A partner with that incompletion, what do you say that we look around the league and give some defensive players some love? You okay with that?
Let's do it. Let's rattle off a few guys. Von Miller, every year we talk about him, we should do it again. He's, again, one of the top sack leaders in the NFL. One name you don't talk about but should is Danielle Hunter with the Minnesota Vikings, really coming into his own as a pass rusher. Aaron Donald, I think he's worth every nickel the L.A. Rams have spent. Strong favorites in the NFC West. J.J. Watt is back, and that's not a pun either because he's back from back surgery, okay? He is playing awfully well, still continuing to get to the quarterback, and is also J.J. Swat, knocking passes out of the air. But how about a special category? How about teammates and or brothers? Add Bradley Chubb to Von Miller, the rookie out of North Carolina State. Add T.J. Watt with Pittsburgh to J.J. Watt. And maybe it could be a combo trophy for them because all of them are playing awfully well.
I like that. One name we didn't hear, Khalil Mack. Unfortunately, with the ankle injury, he's kind of fallen off a little bit.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, at the end of the year, we'll look back and realize the impact he made on Chicago. May not win him the overall award, but maybe for Chicago, he would still be their MVP.
18.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Miller with a first down and more. The catch made by Miller. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
You see it? You see it? Hands up! Hands up! 180! Hands up!
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. I'm going to switch gears, Charles, and get your favorite play of the year so far. Look, I know we don't have a Minnesota miracle like we saw at the end of last season, but what's been the one that's caught your attention the most?
Well, wouldn't Linval Joseph picking up a fumble against Philadelphia and bringing it all the way back count as a Minnesota miracle?
That was the earth shaker.
That's a lot of man carrying the football, and he got all the way to the end zone. Oxygen. Oxygen. What a great play there. How about Graham Gano finishing off the New York Giants with a 63-yard field goal at the buzzer for Carolina? That was spectacular.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. Second and 24.
Gun. Hey, let's go. Hey, south. Right. 21. Everybody, son.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Third and long, it's Ryan. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Back deep, Taylor Gabriel. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. You sure you're ready for the third quarter? Need to use a bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And here now come the Falcons. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
39.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Charles, we got a second here. Let's do an MVP check-in right now at this point in the season. Is Patrick Mahomes your headliner?
He is for me. Look, second year playing, 1 start as a rookie, and what he's done so far, it's been absolutely spectacular. Magnificent consistency. Hasn't had any real dips. Now, before the season, I was focused in on Todd Gurley, and he continues to power the Rams' attack. He has to be in the conversation. Drew Brees, how many incompletions does he throw per game? 1 or 2? It's unbelievable with his accuracy. Tom Brady is still Tom Brady and wins big games. Phillip Rivers with a strong second half could get into the conversation, but keep a real eye on the NFC South. Matt Ryan ahead of his MVP pace of 2016. Cam Newton in Carolina, if they end up winning that division, you better take a hard look at him. That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, South. Gun. Get up.
They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Gun. Go.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Tuesday.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Hey, wait. On. 21.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. from midfield now. Here's Ryan. And this one is incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down.
Hey, gun. Hey, express. Let it go.
They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
Go.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weak...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Well, you know, we've got a pretty big sample size now from the NFL season, Charles. I want to ask you, going back to the draft, who was the biggest steal in 2018?
Well, the biggest steal is Philip Lindsay.
Oh, guy that wasn't even drafted?
Wasn't even drafted, but how about what the Denver personnel department did, identifying him ahead of time, potentially not being drafted and ready to pounce when the call didn't come for him. And what a job he's done for them. Running it, catching it, open field guy, in traffic, he's done it all. I think Saquon Barkley from the Giants has been everything as advertised. Calvin Ridley with Atlanta has been spectacular. Quentin Nelson, offensive guard with the Colts. He was Rookie of the Month, wasn't he?
Yeah, back in October. How about that?
Yeah, how about that for an offensive lineman? We've had 4 quarterbacks start games: Mayfield, Darnold, Allen, and Rosen.
And Quentin Nelson, one final note on that. He was the first offensive lineman ever given that award, so hats off to him.
Definitely.
At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Get up! Gun! Get up! Let him go!
Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Hey, let's go!
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. They'll run here with Freeman. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter play. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
22!
He's going to get it running right. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you will too.
Without a doubt. And so far,
and he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have broken our tie.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And a short gain there as they're getting up only to about the 24. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 20. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Here's Coleman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On 3rd down, that's Coleman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. He's going to air one out. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Desmond Trufant, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Hey, let's go.
They begin the drive with Coleman, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd down, Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, wait. Hey, Rick Lance. Get out. Wait.
Ryan wants to throw it. He's got it at the 15. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. Ryan leads with Freeman on the draw. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of risk.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
Well, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Robert Alford that time on the great coverage.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Trubisky to throw, and he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Bruce Irvin in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Here's Trubisky. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. It's brought in by Kevin White. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Freeman again. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.